What makes you hold on to so much ego that you'd rather be miserable than start over and win? What makes you choose pain you know over growth you don't? You say you're stuck. You say you feel like a failure. Cool. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how that pain in your chest right now, that knot in your stomach, that's not weakness. That's your power trapped inside the wrong identity. Let me say this first, and I need you to hear me loud and clear. You're not your job title. You're not your bank account. You're not where you work. You are not your polished LinkedIn profile. You're not lost. You're unclaimed. You are potential misdirected because somewhere along the way you were sold a story that said, go to college, get a degree, get a job that sounds impressive, fit in, climb the ladder, then you'll be worth something. Now here you are, degree in hand, zero job offers, working nights, feeling behind, feeling like you did everything right and still lost. But you didn't lose. You just forgot something. Success doesn't start with a job. Success starts with you, with your identity, with your ownership, with your raw, unfiltered, real ass self. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not falling behind. Here's what actually is happening. You're caught in a trap of misaligned ego and external expectations. Your ego is screaming, this isn't what I deserve. I studied computer science. I should be making six figures. But your soul's whispering, I'm tired of pretending. I just want to feel powerful again. You think you're mad because of the job, but what you're really mad at is that you are not living up to your own truth. You know why you feel stuck, unsatisfied, and lost? Why does everything looks fine on the outside but feels like hell on the inside? Because you gave the keys to the wrong driver. You let your outer strategist take the wheel, that hyperlogical voice that worships safety, status, and a decent salary, rather a good salary. It convinced you to be practical, to make decisions based on outcomes, to play it smart, to choose the job that made sense, not the one that made you come alive. And now you're waking up to a life that checks all the boxes you thought but empties your soul. It might be checking any boxes for a lot of you because there's the truth no one told you. Your logic was never meant to lead, it was meant to support the one thing that actually knows the way, your inner compass. Your emotions, your fire, your gut instinct screaming, this isn't it, this is not the end. That knot in your stomach, that heavy sadness you can't explain, that's your inner compass getting louder, saying, hey, wake up, you're off course. This isn't weakness, this is alignment trying to happen because now you feel defeated by your logic, your outer strategist. What is happening right now is your inner self finally trying to get a voice. And no, following your inner compass doesn't make you reckless. It makes you honest. It means asking, does this path I'm on energizes me? Would I still chase this one if no one applauded? Can I bring all of me into this? Because when the answer is yes, you don't just work, you show up with depth, with drive, with real power. And that energy, that's what builds empires. And that kind of energy opens more doors than logic ever could. Because you're not just chasing success anymore, you are building it from within. Here is how it actually works. I call it as the alignment code. Let your emotions lead, let your logic execute. In a compass, your emotions drives curiosity, joy, dread, excitement, giving you the direction what you need, what feels true. Whereas the outer strategist, your logic, provides plans, budgets, schedules, and tactics, helping you with great execution. That is how to move. When you let your emotions lead and your logic execute, you have aligned actions which are real, focused, and powerful. When the inner compass leads and logic follows, you move with energy, clarity, and purpose. But when logic leads and emotions is silenced, you move very fast in the wrong direction. And that's how people burn out. That's how dreams die quietly in jobs that impresses everyone but the person doing them. So here's the move. Stop outsourcing your direction to logic alone. Start listening to the voice inside that already knows where to go. Your job isn't to silence that voice. Your job is to build a life around it. You crave meaning. You want to leave a mark. You want to matter. Nothing wrong with that. That's what makes you human. But where you went wrong is thinking that the only way to do that was through status. Let me say it again, significance doesn't come from status, it comes from pure alignment. It comes from powerfully owning your truth and building from it ruthlessly, boldly, and loudly out there. Let's get real now. Let's say you're the pizza guy from Reddit, working 4 nights a week, cars falling apart, no job offers after graduation, you feel invisible. Cool. But what if instead of hating where you are, you used it? What if you started filming yourself experimenting with pizzas every day at home? Every mistake, every burnt crust, every cheese pull, every new dough recipe, every sauce combo, every night, day after day. You share it. You talk to everyone about what you are learning. You educate, you entertain, you build connection. Slowly, people start watching. They follow, they ask questions. Hey, how did you make that pizza sauce? Or how did you make that dough? They demand your recipes, they want your crusts, they want your sauces. And boom, that's your brand. That's your community. That's your business, all built from the thing you once hated the most. That's not theory, that's strategy. And it applies to anyone, literally anyone. You don't have to be making pizzas, you could be working in tech support or freelancing, call center, interning, freeloading, doesn't matter. All I'm saying is rise in your personal power. Stand for who you are ruthlessly and tell everyone you meet who are and what do you stand for. A great life can be built from the very things you consider mundane. Only if you stop crying over the spilt milk and start taking true ownership of who you actually are and what is it that you want out of your life. Be bold enough to demand more. I want you to do this activity today. Write down what your current situation right now is teaching you. What are you learning about people, about grit, about pain, tolerance? What do you know that others don't? This is going to be your unique story because that's where your brand begins, not with a job offer, with your perspective. Let me show you what's possible when you stop waiting. Look at Mangrove, makes cotton candy. That's it. Funny wig street vendor. Now he has got over 2 million followers. Why? Because he owned his damn lane. He didn't wait for a business plan. He made sugar art and shared it with the world. Today, it's a profitable and sustainable business. Ashley Alexander, she loved matcha. For 10 years, she shared that love with the internet. Now she's got a matcha brand that made $100,000 in just 45 minutes. Why? Because she showed up before she was ready. She owned her own power. So stop telling me your story isn't good enough. You have to stop telling me that. Start building it one post, one rep, one truth at a time. Let me hit you with something real. You're not going to change your life by adding more to your resume. You will change it by going deeper into yourself. Your business is not a product, it's not a service, it's your truth, your values, your raw identity turned up to 100. Don't chase the money, chase the mission. And when you do it from the alignment, the money has to follow. It's physics, it just has to follow. Here's the truth, and I need you to feel this. You can either build a life that impresses people, or you can build a life that empowers you. But you cannot do both. That's the reality. And you have to accept this fact. So, what is it going to be? Keep hiding behind a degree and a job title that makes your soul ache, or start building something real, something true, something that you were born to do. Your power begins the moment you stop outsourcing your worth. Let today be that moment. Let today be that time. If this video spoke to you, if it made your chest tighten, your gut twist, and if it reminded you who you actually are, then I request you to do these three things right now. Like this video because someone else needs to find this and hear this. Subscribe because this won't be the last time we talk, and I'll be here. Share this with one person who needs to hear this as badly as you did. And if you want to go deeper, I'm live every day at 10 a.m. IST on Discord in Real Talk with NB. Share your pain, share your struggle, and get my piece of thought. Just raw, real, unfiltered clarity to help you get unstuck and start building your damn legacy. Because you are not here to just survive, my friend. You're here to leave a mark.